But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Welcome to another shit show on the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Dirty and Tank.
Anyway, yeah, well, you fill your head with all that shit, you know. Let's talk motorcycles.
Talk about how you're racist because you're white.
Oh,
White racist.
Yeah, well, I've got a German. I'm German and Swedish. I'm white. Yeah, I ride a motorcycle. I wear black leather. You know, I eat red meat. You know, I'm obviously overweight. I mean, you know, what else? What else do you want to say about
Are we doing stuff?
it? We've been recording for a
Oh
while.
shit! I didn't know.
Don't worry about it. This is some of the best shit, right? Internet fucking gold.
Yeah.
I tell you. Now I'll save it for the compilation reel, man. I don't know.
Just looking at the internet. Nothing's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to just be angry. All right, we want to talk about motorcycle stuff.
I don't know. I was kind of looking at the rollout of that new Softail standard that's coming out for 2020 from Harley.
I think it's already out.
It is out, yeah.
Yeah, it's already out. It
was
came
a
out this year.
Mid-year release.
Yeah.
So it was a special introduction.
Yep. I remember that. I don't know if it was every motorcycle dealership, Harley dealership, but I know they had like sometime in March. It was like buy any new Harley Davidson motorcycle, any new big twin Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Get a Softail standard half price.
No. Yeah. No, it was you get a I want to say it was a 131 kit for free.
Wow.
Yeah, they automatically give you a 131 kit. I thought for sure that there would be a handful of people that would go and get the standard and then get that 131 kit.
That'd be a hell of a bike.
It'd be a pretty nasty little bike.
It sure would.
Yeah, that Harley Davidson Softail standard, man, that's a blank canvas for not a whole lot of money, really.
If you're a builder, yeah.
Yeah. If you want a motorcycle that you could make your own, that would be the bike to get.
Kind of like Chola with the Softail Slim that he did as
Turbo kit.
his turbo kit. Yeah, that's a hell of a bike, man.
Well, I mean, you can get yourself a fucking Softail Heritage, or you can get the standard and save yourself fucking $6,000 and put bars on it and yada yada yada, and then there you go. You almost have a fucking Harley Davidson Softail Heritage for almost maybe $1,000 more than a standard.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the bone stock price I think was $13,600.
I don't know.
So a new Harley for under $14,000. I mean, that's not bad,
Well,
man.
and it's a big twin. It's not a
Yeah.
sporty. It's not a fucking street 750. It's a big twin.
It's got the Milwaukee 8107 in it. It's a nice motor.
It's not a bad motor.
No, not at all.
I mean, everybody tries to compare Harley Davidsons to other motorcycles as far as like, it's not as fast as the BMW cruisers that they have. Yeah, but you're also talking about a way different fucking price range and a way different fucking motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mention Gold Wings, but I'm going to mention Gold Wings.
We didn't mention him in the other episode at all.
I'm trying not to be the anti-Goldwing guy.
No, I know.
It started out as a joke, but at the same time, it's kind of not a joke because most people that ride Goldwings are not my kind of people. And I don't mean that like they're doing it wrong. I mean like,
no,
I don't want to hang out with you because
Yeah.
you're kind of a dork and you're kind of a party pooper and you're just going to irritate me. And
They're different.
they're different people, man. I mean, I get it. You like to ride motorcycles, but you don't want them to be loud, and you want to have on all your gear, and you want to have your motorcycle that can stop well and accelerate well, but at the same time, it's super duper ooper fucking comfortable. You got 12 cup holders and your accessory ports to charge your many devices. And
Yeah.
it sounds like a George Jetson fucking bike. It's, fucking, I get it, man. Whatever, that's your gig, fine, but that's not what I'm into, and chances are if you're into that, you're not going to be into the other shit that I'm into.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Victory Vision?
It is probably the ugliest fucking motorcycle I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. That actually looks like a George Jetson.
I don't know what the fuck they were. I think they were the people at Victory were thinking to ourselves, how do we make a motorcycle that's so ugly that people will want it?
But the people that have them, they love them.
They love them. They ride great. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Ugliest fucking motorcycle I've ever seen.
Do you know who had one for a while? I don't know if he still owns one, but he had one for a while. Sonny Barter.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Ugly fucking motorcycle.
I rode one. I test rode one.
Yeah.
Yeah, out at Randy's Marengo. What is it? Marengo there. Randy's Cycle in Marengo.
Okay.
And he had one out in front. And he said, "You want to take it for a ride?" And I was like, "Sure, okay." And I had the Freedom 106 in it. I thought it was a pig.
Yeah.
It's not torquey. It wasn't really super fast either. I thought my Victory with the Freedom 100 was much quicker. And what I didn't like about it is it had this heel toe shift lever, but the heel part was like over to the side, and it was like a flange that sort of stuck out.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times I kicked that fucking thing with my heel, in and out and over and through and above. It was in the way for my foot.
Yeah.
It was really tough. I had a hard, I got to wear size 16 boots, and so I had a hard time even just getting it out from underneath the shift or just the downshift.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well.
Anyways.
But it was weird. I mean, it's got a fixed fairing on it, so that kind of fucked with my head a little because I've never really done a lot of time with a fixed fairing on a motorcycle.
No, I come from the sport bike world, so I'm kind of used to a fixed fairing, but once again, it's so small that you hardly even notice it.
Yeah.
As opposed to a Victory Vision that has like a dashboard.
I don't know. I mean, for riding though, especially when us club when we're riding in a pack, I kind of want to hear my motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of reasons for it. It's because you get in the pack and you're deaf,
Mm-hmm.
and you sort of want to be able to hear your own machine, so it kind of helps.
Yeah. But I imagine. I think there's not so many people. I mean, I know they exist, and I know there's people out there that ride a Victory Vision,
Yep.
and that are in motorcycle clubs. But I would imagine your average Victory Vision motorcycle rider is probably going to be a little bit older, and it's probably going to be a solo guy just out there, him and the wife, putzing around.
More of that Goldwing crowd.
Yeah, that's what I would call,
Yeah.
that type of bike. It's that Goldwing-esque, like those big cruiser BMWs and those big cruiser Yamahas and Cowies. You're not going to see a whole lot of club guys bumming around on them bikes. So yeah, they got to be quiet and they got to be super duper comfortable and they got to perform well because, if you're a retiree, you don't exactly have the upper body strength to maneuver the ever-loving shit out of a big ass fucking Harley. So
Yeah.
it's got to be super agile because, arthritis is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But hey, man, whatever you're into, 2 wheels is 2 wheels, same wind, blah blah blah. I get it. Nobody's gonna dog you. I'm not giving you shit. You don't have to ride a Harley to be considered a fucking biker.
But I tell you what, I can't think of a brand of motorcycle next to a Goldwing that is more controversial amongst Harley riders than the Victory motorcycles.
Yeah, because it's also American made.
Yep.
So Harley.
Spirit Lake, Iowa.
Yep. So Harley guys can't say, "Well, I don't ride that fucking foreign shit." Well, it's not foreign; it's actually American made. So Victory, I think Victory's biggest problem that they had was marketing,
Yeah.
and was the fact that I don't hate the Indian motorcycle.
Right.
I really don't. However, it's just a name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it shares. I mean, what were the Chieftain and shit like that? They kind of had the throwback with the fenders and the fin belt,
balanced fenders.
They had the rocker boxes and everything. It looked kind of
and the little lacy leather shit that hangs off.
Right. I get all that, and it looks cool, but the new Indians don't look anything like a fucking old Indian,
No.
which is fine in my opinion. But it's still, you're just going off a name.
Well, what's the new one they have? The Scout?
Yeah.
That was pretty fast.
No, it's a cool looking motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then they got that Challenger. That's not a road glide ripoff, which is obviously a road glide ripoff, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It is. Fuck you. I mean, they're nice bikes. But in my opinion, what Indian is trying to do is the same thing that Victory was trying to do, because it's the same fucking company, Polaris.
Yeah.
They're trying to steal Harley riders away from Harley Davidson.
Yeah, well, you can't do that.
And you're not going to do that. You're just not going to, because Harley guys like Harleys, and Harleys are fucking amazing, and blah, 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 and they sound cool, they look cool, and let's be quite honest, it's more of a status symbol to own a Harley than it is a necessity. I mean, you're not going to get any further down the road on a Harley than you will a Polaris or a Honda or, a Kawasaki.
A Boulevard,
yeah,
a Triumph.
Suzuki. Yeah, you're not going to get any further down the fucking road. In fact, I would argue that there are a lot more motorcycles that are a lot more technologically advanced and reliable than a Harley Davidson. However, nothing beats a fucking Harley for feel, for just miles per gallon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is. And either you get it or you don't, and I don't give a fuck if you do or you don't. It just is what it is. So if Polaris is just going to try to get Harley Davidson motorcycle riders to come over to their side, it's going to be one of those deals where it might work at first, but guys are going to slowly start getting away from it. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, I've only been around a couple, 2 or 3 fucking Victories and Indians, and they have kind of a cheapy feel. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like Japanese bikes. Like, I get it, they're reliable. I get it, they're well put together. But they still have that like plasticky kind of not a really good feel. Harleys feel mechanical. You shift the transmission and it clunks. Maybe that's not the best thing in the world, but it still feels good when you shift and it's clunk. Like, it's in gear.
My Victory clunks.
Well, but you know what I mean. Like,
I do. I mean, having ridden thousands of miles on one, I mean,
yeah.
I like the Victory.
Or like the fact that people bitch about, oh, the twin cam makes so much fucking noise in the valve train. Yeah, but I kind of like that there's a motor underneath me and I can feel it just.
That's why I like my Snort Evo, man. You're riding a Harley. That's for damn sure.
So, I mean,
Victory. Victory was started by Harley guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, their engineering is amazing as far as how they figured out how to make them more reliable, easier to work on, perform better in some sense.
In some sense, they're not torquey.
No, but I don't think they're just as practical as a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
You're not gonna jump on a Victory and be like, oh, I can't keep up with the guys on the Harleys. No, you're gonna do just fine. I don't think the aftermarket supports them as much as they do Harley Davidson.
No, but there's performance-wise, there's not a lot of need to. Usually you get the Victory right out of the box, it's got the performance shit on it.
Right, and that's where I think Harley, for good or for bad, leaves a lot of meat on the fucking table. Leaves a lot of meat on the bone, if you will. Leaves a lot of room for improvement.
Well, room for improvement, but it also leaves a lot of room for personal expression.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, getting back to the Victory, Victories, they hold 1 more quart of oil than a Harley motor.
Mm-hmm.
A Harley, they've got the belt drives on the left side, and a Victory, it's on the right side. The Victory, changing a belt on a Victory, you can do in an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not pulling a primary part,
Clutch cables are super easy.
Clutch cables are super easy. They're right, although they chew through them.
No, yeah.
I've got two on the Victory down south because I've chewed through 3 in the time I've had the motorcycle. Something about the design of the clutch handle that just eats through them.
No.
But I can drop one in at about 12 minutes on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
Without pulling anything apart. So
right, and that's just my point. I mean, it's those engineers thought of the problems that you would have with, say, a Harley Davidson. They kind of engineered them out of the fucking Victory. Changing a belt on a fucking Harley that's a project.
It is a project.
Yes. It's not impossible. A guy can do it.
No, there's a lot of steps to it. No, you're not doing it on the side of the road.
Yeah.
A lot of steps to it.
There's a lot of steps to it.
In the Victory, too, they also, one of the things they did is they cut down on the amount of O-rings, gaskets, and seals on it.
Yeah.
Standard Harley has over 60. A Victory has 8.
Yeah, no, and like I said, engineering-wise, they're far superior.
Yeah, well, it's a different type of system, too. I mean, a Victory will run, notoriously between 50 and 70 pounds of pressure for oil pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, You do the Harley, you're probably going to blow something out, you know.
Probably.
But also, I mean, I think about that Evo motor, and that was designed to be an oil pressure machine. It's an oil moving machine.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably, if you're getting 7 pounds, I'd be surprised. So I mean, you know, why even look at it? I mean, you're going to you know, in a Victory, you're getting 7 pounds. Well, guess what? You're about ready to blow your motor.
And it's just a different way of thinking. And don't get me wrong. I mean, nobody designs a better motorcycle than the Japanese.
They do a pretty good job.
I'm sorry, Japanese. Their engines are fucking works of art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way they can make those engines fucking rev to the RPMs that they can rev, and they're reliable.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, whatever. But overall, you start getting into the rest of the bike, and it doesn't have the same feel.
No, it doesn't. I mean, Star motorcycles.
Yeah.
If you want a reliable motorcycle, you're going to do a lot of miles on the road, but you want to look at a traditional motorcycle, buy a Star.
Yeah.
Star don't need a lot of maintenance and upkeep to them. You know,
No.
they don't break down.
No.
But by the same token, it doesn't sound like a Harley. It doesn't ride like a Harley.
No.
You know, I mean, and everybody compares it to a Harley. You look at they're always trying to make it look like a Harley or sound like a Harley.
Well, that's because Harleys are the benchmark for cruisers as far as looks.
It is.
And
But if you find yourself in that situation where you're saying, I'm going to buy this motorcycle, but I want to make it look and sound like a Harley, then just buy a fucking Harley.
you mentioned earlier the Honda Fury.
Yes, the Honda Fury.
Cool looking bike.
They were nice.
They were nice.
Production chopper.
It's a fucking Harley. It's a faux Harley though.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a big dog.
Yeah, it's a faux chopper.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're junk. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get one if you have
Right.
the opportunity to get one, or
Yep.
you have one, that you're a dumb fuck or you're a poser. What I am saying though is it's a faux Harley.
Yeah.
They saw choppers with Harley-based engines,
Yep.
and they said, how can we make a bike like that the average Joe can go to a dealership and buy?
Yeah.
That's what they did. And I'm not even going to say it was a bad idea because it did very well. A lot of people bought them.
You see a lot of them on the road.
Yeah. So good for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to say it's cooler than a chopper that
No.
has a Harley-based motor because that's the real deal,
If
in
I'm
my opinion.
if I want to build like a chopper and I said, okay, Tank, you've got money's no object, you want to build a chopper.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to look for like an old 67 BSA. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
if you're going to go old school, you might as well go old school, right? You know,
I've never owned a Triumph or a BSA
or a Norton.
or a Norton.
I've ridden a Norton.
Never. I've ridden a Triumph.
I have not ridden a Triumph.
And they're not damn thing wrong with them. You know, I mean, they get you down the fucking road. They sound cool.
Yeah,
They're definitely a lot smoother than a V-twin Harley.
well, they're in line instead of the V-twin.
Yeah, they're pretty smooth, man.
Yeah,
But
I know a guy who used to bring his to the bike show all the time. He's getting more pussy than fuck.
well, that's
It
that
was
could also be the guy.
Yeah, I think it was the bike. He was a goopy looking motherfucker. Let me tell you,
That
he
could
was
also be the guy.
he was goopy looking. What do you think about the Honda Rune? You seen the Rune? It's like a 6-cylinder motor that's on it.
Oh yeah. It's like almost like a Valkyrie, isn't it?
It looks like a Valkyrie, but the Rune was like their special edition. I think.
Oh.
I'm not that big into Hondas, but
Man,
just reading through the magazines and seeing
What's
the
the
pictures
point?
and shit.
what's their selling point? Sell me on the room.
I can't.
Pretend you're the Honda guy trying to sell me on the room.
I don't know I don't know the first place to start.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I don't know because it just doesn't look like a traditional motorcycle. And the motor
If
looks
you know
too
what a
big for the
rune
frame.
is, or you have concerns or something to say about the rune, comment below and tell us why you like the Honda Rune, because neither one of us know anything about it.
What do you think about the Boss Haas?
It's a fucking novelty. It's a novelty. It is the most unpractical fucking motorcycle
It's like
ever
an
made.
8-cylinder Chevy motor
Yeah,
with you have a clutch, but you don't shift it. It's a forward or reverse.
it's a novelty.
It's
It's a fucking. You're ain't going across the country on a Boss Haas, and if you are, then good for you. But
Would you really want to be on a motorcycle that has like 600 horsepower?
well,
Well, you would, but
you don't need that. I mean, the Boss Haas, most of them are so fucking detuned and fucking, whatever, because it's not so much the horsepower to get you; it's the fucking torque.
Yeah.
You're on a let's say
they're torque machines.
there's the Boss Haas, which is usually a small block Chevy, and then they
Mhm.
got the ones with the big block Chevys.
The
in them.
V10.
Well, yeah, they've put a whole bunch of different engines. Like, you know, you got the LS base or a V10 Viper. I've seen a V10 Viper motor bike.
Yeah.
They're a novelty, you know.
Yeah, the Tomahawk. That was another.
Yeah. I mean, they're a novelty. They're tavern assault vehicles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not.
You ever seen the size of that freaking gas tank on a boss house?
Yeah.
It's like 2 feet across, man.
Right.
Yeah, all I know is I was on a, God, this must have been 10 years ago. I was on a poker room with a guy, and he was next to me, and we're going down the road about 55, and he said, "Watch this." Just hit the gas and then just left a trail right there in the road. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
damn, dude. But,
Yeah, they just tire burners, fucking. Yeah.
but I can also see getting yourself into a lot of trouble on that.
Well, yeah, you could probably fucking damn near die because I can't imagine that the flip ratio on those are pretty good. They
No,
probably don't handle the best.
probably not. No.
You know, guys with Rocket 3s complain about the lack of handling because it's kind of just a muscle bike where it does good in a straight line, but
Yeah.
you're not going to carve Road America on one.
No, I mean, I want maneuverability on
I would say if you wanted the best of both worlds as far as performance and cruisability, you would be hard pressed to beat the VMAX, the Yamaha VMAX.
If you're going to go that direction, yeah, definitely.
If you wanted something that was comfortable, that could get you down the road for 100 plus miles, and you wanted performance, the Yamaha VMAX would be what I would recommend.
Those were silly fast.
Yeah, Yamaha VMAX, probably the best all around just fucking cruiser / sport bike you can get.
Yeah, for fast cruisers, Honda put out that the Magna series there. They had it was a V30, a V45, a V65.
The V4 cylinder motorcycles are fucking badass.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fast bikes out there.
Not as badass as the VMAX though.
No, is anything as badass as the VMAX, really? Production wise, that you can just like out of the box buy and not do anything to just get on and go.
Like that's cruiser based?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Other than the V-Rod.
The V-Rod, the V-Rod was cool.
It's got that goofy looking frame. I can't get around.
It's just so fucking goofy
It's
looking.
weird looking.
I mean, some say that the Yamaha is goofy looking, but the Yamaha or the VMAX, but like the VMAX was different looking, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard anybody say it's an ugly bike.
No,
I'm
no.
sure that somebody will comment below how ugly they think the
I'm
VMAX
sure,
is.
but that air cleaner alone with that swoop
We're
and
kind of
yeah. I mean, it just looked fast, didn't it?
tough.
It does.
looks like something like a superhero would ride in a movie.
Yeah,
You know?
a friend of mine, God rest his soul, Matt Henriksen, he owned one when they first came out. I think the first production year was 84, 85, I think, when they came out.
Something like that.
Yeah, he had one. And he was one that really didn't need a fast motorcycle.
Yeah, well.
He didn't die on it. No, he actually had
I want to say
brain cancer.
Shade Tree Surgeon. Check out the Shade Tree Surgeon.
Oh,
channel
God, I
on
love
YouTube.
his videos,
Yeah,
man.
but I want to say he was on a VMAX with a turbo. It was either a turbo or it had boost of something. It was a supercharger or a turbo on a VMAX.
That seems a little overkill, brother.
It seems like
Seems
a bit unnecessary,
Right.
yet totally appropriate. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Unnecessary but acceptable.
because he could.
Yeah, seemed awesome. So I would check that out. But
Yeah.
I think they raffled it off too for charity.
Did they
I
really?
think it was some sort of like a raffle bike. Like I'm gonna build it and then raffle it off for charity. But man, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on something like that. That would be a pretty amazing machine.
Now, what'd you think on the other retro scale type, but newer, but sort of going retro look? What do you think about that Yamaha Bolt they came out with a few years back?
It's a faux dyno.
A faux dynasty. Some said some said it was a beefier Sportster.
Yeah, I don't know.
I test rode one.
I mean, they're cool looking. I mean,
An airbox, like I said, the airbox kept on hitting my leg. It was
Yeah.
too big.
yeah.
It just sticks out like a sore thumb.
I mean, it's what you're into. I mean, I don't know. I see something like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, well now they're trying to rip off, another type of Harley. And as far as performance goes, I don't know if they were really that much better than anything Harley had, if at all.
I really can't speak about their performance.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as far as price point, I mean, I would imagine they're cheaper, but at the same time, you kind of get what you pay for. Like most Japanese motorcycles feel kind of cheap and plasticky to me when I ride them.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna break the motherfucker.
Yeah. Well,
You know, like the controls are just, I don't know, everything just feels.
it's different. It does.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
It's like
The victory doesn't feel like that though. You've never ridden a victory, so
I've
you
ridden
might.
a Victory before.
Have you? You haven't ridden mine.
Well, I've never ridden yours now.
The offer was there
Right. Well, I don't remember when, but
back when we were prospecting.
oh yeah.
That's I've given the offer to many guys who were talking down about a
Yeah.
victory. I said just fucking ride one first and then we'll talk.
I've ridden Vic. I almost bought a Victory.
Did you?
That's how I test rode one.
Yeah.
It was I want to say a jackpot.
Jackpot's nice. It's like the 8-ball. It's the same.
Yeah, where it's kind of choppery.
Mm-hmm.
If that's a word.
Choppery.
Where it's stripped down and kind of has the cooler looking tank and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one had a fairing, like an aftermarket Batwing fairing. And I don't know. I don't know. It just feels. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Harley's got, they've got that, 305 degrees travel on the crank, with the pistons, gives it that potato sound.
Well, it's got a common pin crankshaft.
Common, yeah, and then, so, goes
Yeah.
all the way around, makes it, and then boom, and it hits the two. But Victory's a 50% opposed, and so it's,
Right.
it just doesn't have that same type of feel to it.
Yeah, but I also mean just like the controls, like the hand levers and everything just feels not as I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's not cheap. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels more. It's almost too nice.
It doesn't feel beefy enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel mechanical enough.
I get that.
Like when you hit a fucking, like a switch on a Harley, you get that click. That loud click. It's
Yeah.
very much.
A lot of loud things on Harley.
Yeah, as where like on like your Japanese bikes or whatever, your more refined motorcycles, it's just this little, little thing. And don't get me wrong, certain people like that, because it feels more fluid, it feels more refined. But I kind of like that just clunk, like a prison fucking door every time you shift it, clunk, and
Yeah, that would be my Softail.
yeah,
Boom. Yeah. Yep. You know when you're in gear.
or when you're riding and you can just hear coming out of it. It's like, oh yeah, there's fucking magic going on underneath
Oh,
them fucking
God,
rocker
yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's true. It seems that so many of these the Japanese have gone after Harley. Like Kawasaki, they had the Mean Streak.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, those are pretty decent bikes. I mean, then there was the Roadstar Warrior,
Yeah, Roadstar Warrior is a good
which
fucking
was
bike.
a good looking motorcycle. I had a friend that had one for a few years.
But Harleys just seem more visceral.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
They just seem more visceral.
Yeah.
You're in the moment. It seems like you're in the moment. I don't know why.
There's no comparison to them.
Yeah, and it's to each their own too. I mean, there's people that they're hardcore fucking whatever fucking riders.
Oh, the
And-
BMW riders are like that.
yeah, or Triumph guys that ride. Those guys
Triumph
that have
guys, yep.
they have like a Triumph Tiger, and they got the fucking hard bags and they got all the fucking gear and they go on these trails and
I've got a friend of mine who does that actually.
yeah, and that sounds
I
badass.
rode in a riding club with him years ago.
Those adventure bike guys are badass.
Yeah.
I'd love to fucking talk to one because I don't even know what do you do with it? Like, do you just go on like trails or do you do like,
For 3 years, he's gone. I guess there's an enduro portion to the Tail of the Dragon.
oh yeah,
So there's like the Dragon Road, and then there's another like off-road portion of the Tail of the Dragon, and he goes and does that. But
that'd
yeah,
be awesome.
yeah. But he's a sport bike guy, but he's got one of those, and they don't call them saddlebags; they call them panniers.
No, wow.
Panniers.
Well,
They look like
these-
ammo boxes, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Which is cool. I
I
mean,
dig
hey, I'm
it. I
all for
kinda-
ammo on a motorcycle.
Well, Harley Davidson was planning on doing that Pan Am or whatever, that adventure bike.
Oh yeah.
I think it got scrapped ever since they've had all these financial troubles, and it kind of looks like we're going to be in the middle of another recession/depression because of COVID and riots,
Oh,
peaceful
yeah.
protest, or
Peaceful
whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
protests,
it looks like we're heading towards hard financial times. So I don't think Harley Davidson's going to come out with the Pan Am.
How many times we fucking heard that though?
I don't know.
Harley's on its way out. Harley's on its way out.
Yeah, well, if they could survive AMF, they'll probably be okay now.
The thing about Harley and the thing about a lot of the motorcycling,
I was charged $5 more a T-shirt.
yeah, right. in their boutique.
Yeah, in their boutique.
But the thing is that overall, especially with the cruiser segment, the demographic is aging.
Well, yeah.
You know, and we're just not getting a lot of younger guys. It's not like it used to be.
In the automotive world, they said the same thing about Cadillac. They said the same thing about Buick, and they still make them.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, you know, well, the people that bought Cadillacs are dying off, so we gotta either A, get rid of that brand, or B, we gotta redesign it. Well, what they started doing, they started putting Corvette motors in them with fucking superchargers, and hey, it revitalized the brand.
Yeah.
You know, they started making Buicks a little bit smaller and a little bit more affordable, and hey, we're revitalizing the brand. Harley Davidson will find its niche again. I don't know, maybe Kurt Sutter will come out with another fucking TV show, and all these fucking assholes will have to have fucking Harley so they could be Jax Teller going down the fucking road so their old ladies will touch them in their private parts again. I don't fucking know.
FYI, people, when they showed him on his motorcycle, was actually on the back of a cart being towed by a truck.
That's because that guy probably has never ridden a fucking motorcycle in his life.
Probably. Yeah, that show, I think I made one, maybe 2 episodes.
I've seen a handful.
Yeah.
I used to work second shift, and there was like, I don't know, Thursday night or something like that, where they would show just reruns of Sons of Anarchy at 2 o'clock in the morning. And if it was either, you know, Sports Center, Sons of Anarchy, or an infomercial.
Yeah, for a while there, it was on as much as Bar Rescue was on.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, it was amazing on that show as I watched the guys. You always see them pulling out of a parking lot or pulling into a parking lot, but never like going on a long run. You know.
Yeah.
It was implied, but it just never showed like the big pack out there. And they always had automatic weapons at the hand.
First of all, I want to know how they got away with half of the shit that they did on that show. Okay, these guys would fucking open up in straight up fucking wars in a city,
Yeah.
in an urban setting with full automatic fucking weapons in California.
Right, of all places.
And get away with it.
And get away with it. Yeah.
How in the fuck did they not have a fucking platoon of ATF agents searching the fucking world for these people?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's not like they're hard to
Jesus
find, you know.
Christ. Oh yeah, well we don't know what to do.
There he is. You know?
Well, he did say no and spouted out about the fucking
Yeah.
amendment, so or the Constitution, so we can't arrest him.
Oh yeah,
you got us.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
What do you think of the Mayans? Did you watch any of the Mayans?
I have never seen an episode of Mayans.
I watched the first episode of the Mayans and then I was done.
I'm sure it's amazing.
It was actually cool. They took a machete and lopped off some guy's arm, and that was kind of cool. I mean,
It happens all the time.
Not so much for the guy that got his arm cut off, but
They chopped a dude's arm off with a machete.
with a machete.
How
Yeah,
many strikes?
I think it was 2. Might have been 1.
It's a pretty sharp fucking machete.
That is one sharp machete because you'd have to hack for a while. with a
You would have
machete.
to hack for. If you've ever seen a beheading video,
Yeah.
it is not easy to chop somebody's fucking head off.
No, that neck bone's pretty thick.
It takes a while.
Just ask Daniel Pearl. Oh wait, too soon. Sorry. We're gonna get fucking hate mail on that one. Oh well. That was a brutal video to watch, man. Oh my! I know, right?
Whoops.
Yeah, we've degenerated in the biker's life. So we were doing good there. We were talking about bikes and shit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the bobber style seems to be making a resurgence now.
I'm just over here using all my white privilege to talk about motorcycles.
We might as well go all out at this
I don't
point in
care.
time. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, bobbers, yeah, they're awesome. I love bobber motorcycles. A stripped down, no nonsense, fucking A to B, fucking be cool as shit, fucking motorcycle. Fuck yeah, man, that's where it's at.
Yeah, like I was showing you that Sucker Punch Sally style.
Yeah,
you
Sucker
know?
Punch Sally makes pretty cool. Well, are they still in financial trouble?
They are,
I
yeah.
know they were having problems. there
But you
for a
can
minute.
still buy a rolling kit for like 17 grand or whatever. And
17.
well, no. I think the rolling kit's like 13,000 with the motor and all of it. You assemble it. Or you can have them
Oh,
assemble
no
it for
shit.
you. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So you can get it unassembled. And,
So I remember they had a deal where you got just basically a rolling chassis. I want to say like $2,500. I mean, it came in a box.
that
but
was
it
just the chassis.
It was just, yeah, it was basically a frame, triple tree forks, wheels, and maybe a tank and bars.
No, they had the whole rolling kit. They call it a rolling kit. You could buy it,
Which
which would be kind of cool to do if you think about it.
Yeah. I almost like the Flyrite bikes.
Okay.
Flyrite, I want to say they're out of Texas. Flyrite, if you've ever seen the movie Hell Ride, you know the movie Hell Ride with, it's called Hell Ride.
Don't know.
Okay, well,
I might have. I don't
there's
know.
a
I've seen
movie
lot of
called Hellride,
Hellride.
and I forget the name of the actor that's in
The
it.
hell
He's
you
in.
said.
You've seen Reservoir Dogs?
Mm-hmm.
I forget what color he was, Mr. Whatever, but he was the guy that chopped off the cop's ear.
Yes.
Okay, he's in the movie Hellride, and his road name is like the Gent, and he wears like a tuxedo as his colors. Yeah, I know, it's a good movie, but I know, it's kind of weird. But he has a bike called the Gent, and it's a fly-right chopper build, and it's pretty fucking cool. So check it out. Check it out if you like biker movies that are kind of B movies that are kind of fucking weird. Hellride. Check it out. It's on YouTube for free. Hellride. And if you want to check out another cool movie for free, we mentioned it before, but Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
With the Boz.
Yeah, that's
With
right.
the Boz.
Eric Bosworth.
Yep. I thought it was Brian Bosworth.
Brian Bosworth. I'm thinking of the other one. What's his name there? Sorry, never mind.
I don't know.
Don't mind me. Yeah, Brian the Bosworth. What a disappointment he was in the NFL.
Yeah, but man, was he just a class A actor in that movie? I'm surprised it got snuffed at the Academy Awards because that was.
Gee, I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, they chopped the guy's hand off with a motorcycle, so
yeah.
They blew up like a whole town, and nobody came to fuck with him.
Nobody came to fuck with him.
They killed a cop on a bridge, and they were kind of like, I don't know how we're gonna get him. Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, let's say you're in a motorcycle club. Let's say you have this huge compound, right? And let's say you kill a cop. They're gonna get you.
That's one of their bugaboos.
Yeah.
They had a problem.
I don't know what they're gonna bring to the table to take down your fucking MC, but they're gonna bring it all.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's not real life. Okay.
No. In fact, we're kind of targets out there.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's profiling like you wouldn't fucking believe, and like every MC has its fair share of problems when it comes to law enforcement and other things. But yeah, with the movies, man, they seem to get away with a lot of shit.
Emphasis on the word shit.
They get away with a lot of shit, like in the movie Hellride. I mean, they're damn near having shootouts in every other fucking town that they're in. Never one fucking cop fucking gets them, or tracks them down, or even is on their tail. Never. No law enforcement around. I don't know where these places are in America, by the way. They're out there in the desert, but apparently there's no law. You can just have full-on fucking shootouts in towns and just be like, all right, it's time to go, guys. Let's go.
So talking biker movies, retro biker movies.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Wild Ones?
It's been for fucking ever since I've seen it.
Yeah, I think I saw it like a half a year ago.
Yeah.
I just caught it and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah. That's Jack Nicholson, right?
No. That was.
Oh no! Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wild One. That's Marlon Brando.
Yep.
And I always identified more with Lee Marvin, Chino, his character.
Chino.
Because at least he rode a Harley.
What the fuck one was I thinking about with fucking? I was thinking of the Hell's Angels movie. I think
it's the Hell's Angels on Wheels.
Is that what it is?
He plays the guy named Poet or something like that.
Yeah, and it's got Sonny Marjorie on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was Rebel Without a Cause. No, that's fucking James Dean.
That's James Dean. No. Wild Ones is.
Wild Ones is what the.
What are you protesting, Johnny? What do you got? What do you got?
What are you against?
What are you against? What are you
rebelling against?
What are you rebelling against? That's right.
What do you got?
Yeah. He joins the motorcycle race and wins it. So he straps the trophy to the front of his bike. Yeah, it's hard to.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking brother Miho is bringing me some saddlebags for my motorcycle, and we're going back and forth about, and it's been going on like week 3 to bring them down. So
brother Miho's
got some problems.
He's dealing with some things right now.
He's an alcoholic, but aren't we all?
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll fully admit I am.
Yeah, we all have our demons.
Yeah,
hey man, fucking he's hooking me up, so I can't bitch too much.
No sense in it, man.
But
keep in mind, we got. I'm going to be going to Florida pretty soon.
You're going down to Florida. I'll be stuck here in the Great White North.
But we got some plans though.
Oh shit! When I say the Great White North, I don't mean white people north. I mean it snows in Wisconsin, so it's the Great White North because it gets snowy and snow is white. So don't fucking Don't report me to the fucking internet police that I'm
Right.
talking about, everybody up north is
It's not like we're talking about Hitler or anything.
God damn it.
Did I just say the name? I'm
You
sorry.
can't say Hitler.
I can't say Hitler.
We just got demonetized.
Fuck.
Not that we make any money off this anyways, but
Yeah, you get what you paid for on the biker's lifestyle.
you get what you pay for, so yeah,
But
sorry.
we got some ideas though for this winter.
We do. It's gonna be fucking killer. Man.
It will be actually. We've got some different shit we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to be together like this,
Mm-mm.
but we're going to still be together. We're going to do some link ups. I got some remote shit that I'm going to do down in Florida.
Yep.
I already got that in the works.
Yep.
We're going to have some how-to shit coming out,
Yeah, we're gonna try to get into
or how not to.
Yeah, how not to. Well, maybe not so much how to, but
how I do.
this is how it looks when you do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, that's a good.
I mean, I hate to mention their name, but the whole Brian Urlacher guy.
Mm.
How he's got a lot of how-to videos. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've seen a couple of his videos. Yeah, don't do it like he's doing it. He's, you know what I mean? Some of his things are okay because it's kind of so fucking simple. Anybody can fucking do it. But he's
Yeah.
got some other videos that like I stumbled across and I kind of would watch a little bit of it. And I'm like, this dude has no idea what the fuck he's doing. I'm like, geez, you're gonna get somebody fucking hurt, dude. Damn. But,
Yeah, we're going to get some ladies on the show. I hope.
well, yeah, we're gonna get. Well, yeah.
It looks like we're going to get some
Some,
ladies on the show.
some adult entertainers.
Yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun.
Some bartenders of certain
Yeah.
adult establishments
That we go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
So that'd be good.
And we're gonna have a little party too.
We're gonna have a fucking party where we gather up a whole bunch of fucking people that have been on the podcast before. Maybe a little Q&A. So maybe we'll have that. We're gonna have some people. A bunch of people just coming in and fucking grabbing a mic. So if you got any questions for any past guest, whether it be Brother O or Pops or Vito or
Pops probably won't be here.
Pops probably won't be here. He's going through some shit, but
Chelsea won't be here.
Chelsea won't be here. She's too good for this fucking dumbass fucking podcast.
But it looks like
anyways.
Hollywood might show up.
Hollywood might show up.
Yeah.
He's a solid maybe. But I mean that dude. Once again, everybody's got lives. Everybody's fucking busy. So
Hammer will be here.
Hammer will probably be here.
Dirty Fitz will be here.
Dirty Fitz will be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a sort of a party atmosphere. We'll be in here in the clubhouse.
Vito said he'd be here.
Vito will be here. Yeah, yeah.
My
That's
wife
right.
will probably be here.
Mine will be as well. They'll be in the background, yelling stuff out,
Yep.
yelling expletives back at
Yep.
us. I'm sure
Nope.
that'll be interesting because they've never really been a part of this, other
Mm-mm.
than the critique end of it.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be doing it at such a time too. We might have some traffic in and out of the clubhouse. You don't know. It's going to be more of a party atmosphere, open mic.
If we get Cholo down here,
He can say 3 words.
we can get him a few shots. Maybe sneak. Here's the thing.
Oh God.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna step all over this motherfucker real quick here. So
Oh, we love you, brother. We do,
do.
Cholo. We
we
love
do,
you.
and I
man.
don't give a shit if he fucking hears it. What's he gonna do? He recently told me that he's been having a few margaritas.
Cholo's been drinking tequila.
Margaritas.
Whoa.
Yep. He recently got turned on to margaritas because normally
No
he stays
shit.
away from the hard alcohol, but
He doesn't do well on the hard booze.
he's
The lights go out.
I almost said something racist, but
Yeah.
let's just say his people aren't known for doing well on
Fire
hard alcohol.
Yeah.
But he's been drinking some margaritas, so
Oh boy.
maybe we'll get some blenders down here for that event. We'll start serving up some margaritas, get Cholo to loosen up, and he can explain what it's like riding a motorcycle.
Oh, that's right,
with
I'm
200
making-
horsepower.
And we're having tacos.
Yeah, we're having tacos.
We're having tacos too. So
tacos go with margaritas.
and hopefully we'll get enough. We'll probably have enough garbage to come out of that for a couple of episodes. Or
It'll probably be a series of
terrible, awful shit
horrible.
shows.
Probably more. It'll probably be just like a fucking open house where we're just talking shit, and none of it's gonna make any goddamn sense. Don't think you're gonna learn a fucking thing.
No.
Yeah, this is just garbage.
But it'll be a good time.
It'll be a good time, man.
So that's what we got in store for you.
Yep.
And I don't know. You got anything else? I got nothing else, man.
I do.
Oh, excellent. Good. I got more non-alcoholic alcoholic beers. No, there's no booze in this. It sounded like I was drinking there just for a second.
No, I got what you're saying. You've got, yeah, well, well, whatever. Anyways, here we go. So, a club brother of mine talked to me recently, and he saw episode 25,
Okay.
where we were talking about Miho. Miho was talking about, his problems with life.
Substance abuse.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
And he gave me credit for sounding more adult than I've ever sounded.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of your mouth. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. I don't typically get on my high horse. I don't try to condemn anybody for the way they want to live. I don't try to fucking change anybody's mind.
No.
I'm not the guy that's going to tell you when.
No.
I'm not going to tell you, hey man, you better chill out, man.
You better stop that, man.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not my job. I'm not your fucking dad. If you want to get fucking hammered, fucking drunk, and make an ass of yourself and puke all over the bathroom, as long as you clean it up, fucking go for it, man. But I live my life in two different worlds. Okay, I know how to have fun. You put me on a motorcycle and get me to a clubhouse, and I'll party with the best of them. I'll ride as hard as I can ride, yada yada yada. But, and I always say this, there's always a but. You gotta live your life. You gotta live your life like there's no tomorrow, but plan for one. Meaning, you don't want to go out there and just risk it all and throw caution to the wind and every aspect of your life, because chances are there will be a tomorrow, and you don't want to fuck it up. You don't want to fuck up your tomorrow by the actions of your today.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
you still got to hold it together.
You got to keep it together. Okay, I'm not saying don't do a fucking bump in the bathroom. I'm not saying don't smoke the magical fucking trees. I'm not saying don't do the magical fucking fungus. I'm not saying don't drink the magical fucking fire water. What I'm saying is don't make your life revolve around that. Revolve your life around your family. Revolve your life around fucking making a living. Be somewhat productive to society. Okay? Those fucking motorcycle fucking rebels that all they did was travel across the country, and we can all romanticize about being part of that world, are kind of a dying breed,
Yeah.
So, establishment, law enforcement, they're cracking down on that shit. And for the guys that are still doing it, man, God bless them. I hope they fucking do it for forever. But for most of us, it's not going to work out. There's just too many variables. Fuck, that's a hard word to say.
Boy, it can be sometimes, huh? You gotta take the T out.
There's too many variables out there that stop you from doing it. So don't feel bad if you think you're too much of a square to be in the biker's lifestyle, if you're too much of a square to be considered a biker, because you know what? As long as you ride when you can, as long as you're able to do the things that you want to do when you can do them, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, make sure your kids are fed, make sure your wife is fucking not up your ass to mow the lawn.
Keep your promises to people.
Exactly. And after all that, get on your fucking motorcycle, ride the fucking shit out of it, party with your brothers as much as you can, be a part of the fucking lifestyle without being an asshole to the people that fucking rely on your ass. And that's my 2 cents.
That's some fucking solid advice, brother.
No.
That's some solid advice, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So once again, most dangerous part of your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars. Later.
Adios. Did we do the freeze frame?
That was good. We had a pretty cool one last time.
Did we?
Yeah.